And water supply engineering, the unit 5 water distribution and supply module 1 is discussed under requirements of water distribution, system of supply, method of distribution layout, components of material for distribution, selection of pipe material, service reservoir functions are discussed under this topic. Water distribution systems are ordinarily designed to adequately satisfy the water requirement for a combination of domestic, commercial, industrial and firefighting purposes. The performance of distribution system can be judged on the basis of the pressure available in the system for a specific rate of flow. So the distribution system consists of network of pipe with appurtenances for transporting water from the purification plant to the consumer tap. It also includes the design and operation of storage, servicing or balancing reservoir. So to deliver water to individual customer with appropriate quantity, quality and pressure in a community setting requires an extensive system of pipes, storage, reservoir, pump and other related accessories. Distribution system is used to describe collectively the facilities used to supply water from a source to the point of usage. Elements of water distribution system. A good distribution system should satisfy the following requirements. Water quality should not get deteriorated in the distribution pipes. It should be capable of supplying water at all the intended places with sufficient pressure head. It should be capable of supplying the requisite amount of water during firefighting. The layout should be such that no consumer would be without water supply during the repair of any section of the system. All the distribution pipes should be preferably laid 1 meter away or above the sewer lines. It should be fairly watertight so as to keep losses due to leakage to the minimum. The method of distribution depends upon the topography of the area. The following methods of distribution may be adapted for distribution. The most commonly methods are gravity supply system, pumping system, combined gravity and pumping supply system. The water can be transported by canals, tunnels and pipelines in the following methods. Now we can see one by one of the method of distribution. Gravity system. In the system, the water from the high level source is distributed to the consumer at lower levels by the mere action of gravity without any pumping. So the advantage of the gravitational system is number 1, no energy cost. Next point, simple operations. Fewer mechanical parts independent of power supply is not required. The operation of the system is very simple. Next one, low maintenance cost. We are using less plumbing tools, like that the maintenance cost is very low. No sudden pressure changes will occur in this system. So based on this point, this system is very useful when the area is delivered from high level to low level. In the figure, it is clearly shown that the water from the treatment plant is storage in the storage pump. Then it is go to the service tank. From the service tank is in the higher level. When the distributed area is in the lower level, the water is delivered from service tank to the public or consumer by means of gravitational force only. No pressure force are adopted here. Pumping system. The source of water is lower than the area to which we need to distribute the water to consumers. The source cannot maintain minimum pressure required. Pumps are used to develop necessary pressure head to distribute water to the consumer and the storage reservoir. So in this water is pumped directly into the distribution system to achieve the required pressure as shown in the figure. Such a system is not desirable. Generally, pumping is required first to pump raw water from the source to the treatment works, and then to pump purified water directed into the distribution mains. The pump have to be run at various speeds according to the variation in the consumption. In case of the power failure, the entire water distribution system of the locality is disturbed. The system also requires constant attendance. This is the main disadvantage of the system. In the figure, it clearly shown that water is from the reservoir part stored in the storage tank. The service pump will be located on the lower level. The service area will be located in the higher level. By pumping, the water is delivered from lower level to higher level. Suppose the power is failure, means the entire system will be disturbed. This is the main disadvantage of this system. Next method, combination of gravity and pumping system, or sometimes it's given as combined system of gravity and pumping system. This is the most common system adopted in most of the cases. In the system, the treated water is pumped at a constant rate and stored in an elevated distribution reservoir, from where it is distributed to the consumer by mere action of gravity. Generally, the water purification works are located almost at the same level as the area of distribution, especially when source of water supply is a river or a reservoir formed behind a dam. In order to obtain sufficient distribution pressure, filter water is pumped into clear water reservoir CWR, located either on a higher ground or elevated on a tower. The water from elevated reservoir then flows under gravity as shown in the figure. In the figure, it's clearly indicating the source of water stored in the intake pump. From the intake pump, it is transferred. The clear water is transferred to the reservoir, then stored in the high level storage reservoir. From the service reservoir, it is delivered to the consumers by means of gravitational. Method of distribution system or network configuration. In laying the pipes through the distribution area, the following configuration can be distinguished. There are 4 methods of distribution layout are available. One is branching system or tree system or dead end system. Another one, gridiron system or looped system. Another one, circular system or ring system. Another one, radial system. Now we can see the one by one of the distribution layout. This type of distribution will be adopted in the towns, villages, municipalities and other areas. The first method of distribution system is branch system, artery system or dead end system. In the system, it consists of a source, submain pipe, main pipe, dead end, branching pipe, etc. It is used in old developing system. And the figure clearly shows the darkened line indicating the main pipe. The inclined lines are indicating submain and branch pipe. Branch pipe consists of the dead ends. The main advantage of the system is simple to design and build, less expensive than other systems. The disadvantage of the system is the large number of dead ends, which results in sedimentation and bacterial growth. When a repair must be made to an individual line, service connections beyond the point of repair will be without water until the repairs are made. So this is the major disadvantage of this system. Next method of distribution layout is gridiron system or looped system. It is suitable for cities with rectangular layouts where water mains and branches are laid in rectangles. The main pipe and branch pipes are laid perpendicular to each other. Advantage of the system: The grid system overcomes all of the difficulties of the branching system discussed before. No dead ends. All of the pipes are interconnected. Water can reach a given point of withdrawal from several directions. Disadvantage of this gridiron system: hydraulically far more complicated than branching system. Determination of the pipe size is somewhat more complicated. Next one, expensive, consists of large number of loops, but it is the most reliable and used systems in well developed city areas. Next method, ring system or circular system. The supply main is laid all along the peripheral road and submains branch out from the mains. This system also follows the gridiron system with the flow pattern similar in character to that of dead end system. So determination of size of pipe is easy. So the main advantage of the system is water can be supplied to any point from at least two directions. So you go through the diagram. The main pipe is provided peripheral of the given area. So the water delivered in x direction and y direction, you can get a water in two directions. Next method of distribution layout is radial system. So the area is divided into different zones. Water is pumped into the distribution reservoir kept in the middle of each zone. The supply pipes are laid radially ending towards the periphery. In the figure it is clearly shown that the main pipe is given in the center of the section. At each corner they having one reservoir, distribution reservoir, to collect all water from the main pipe. From the distribution reservoir, the water is delivered to all zone in a radial manner. So in the system, the water without interrupted, it can be easily delivered to all directions. Distribution reservoir. Distribution reservoir are also called a service reservoir or the storage reservoir, which store the treated water for supplying water during emergencies such as during fires, repair, etc., and also to help in observing the hourly fluctuations in the normal water demand. The functions of distribution reservoir is to observe the hourly variation in demand, to maintain the constant distribution in the distribution mains, to the water stored can be supplied during emergency. Location and height of distribution. It should be located as close as possible to the center of demand. Water level in the reservoir must be at a sufficient elevation to permit gravity flow at an adequate pressure. So the type of reservoirs are underground reservoir, small ground level reservoir, large ground level reservoir, overhead reservoirs. Storage capacity of distribution reservoir. The total storage capacity of a distribution reservoir is the summation of balancing storage, breakdown storage, and fire storage. Now see one by one. Balancing storage. The quantity of water required to be stored in the reservoir for equalizing or balancing fluctuating demand against constant supply is known as the balancing storage or equalizing or operating storage. The balanced storage can be worked out by mass curve method. Breakdown storage. The breakdown storage, are often called emergency storage, is the storage preserved in order to tide over the emergency possessed by the failure of pumps, electricity, or any other mechanism driving the pump. A value of about 25% of the total storage capacity of reservoir or 1.5 to 2 times of the average hourly supply may be considered as enough provision for accounting this storage. Fire storage. The third component of total reservoir storage is the fire storage. This provision takes care of the requirements of water for extinguish fires. A provision of 1 to 4 per person per day is sufficient to meet the requirement. The total reservoir storage can be finally worked out by adding all the three storage, getting the storage capacity of distribution reservoirs. Thank you.